me ask you something real quick. Have you ever sat at your desk, opened your email, and looked at your calendar and thought, why does this feel so hard right now? I mean, it's not because you don't know how to do your job. It's not because you're bad at it. But because even showing up feels heavier than it used to. And if that's you, I want you to hear this clearly, that it's not just you. And you're not imagining it at all. But before we go any further, let me be clear about something. That this is not a push through it video. This is not toxic positivity. And I'm not going to tell you to just be grateful, to hustle harder, or pretend everything is fine. This conversation is about self-care at work when the weight of everything else doesn't stop just because you clocked in. Because the truth is that work doesn't exist in a vacuum, and neither do you. Let's talk about why so many people are feeling this way. And I think there are 3 reasons. The first one is the outside world is loud. We are living in a constant state of information overload. We have the news. We have social media. We have global issues. We have personal challenges. We have economic stress. And we have family responsibilities. And there is no real off switch anymore. And yet, work still expects us to focus, to meet our deadlines, to perform and have emotional regulation. Like none of all the other things exist. And that disconnect, that alone is exhausting. The second thing, I think, is that the pace of change at work is relentless. We have new systems. We have new expectation. We have new leadership. We have new processes. And then sometimes all at once. And here's the part that people don't talk about enough. Change requires emotional energy, not just skill. Because even good change can drain you when it's constant. Because your brain never gets a chance to settle. And then the third thing is that you're being asked to perform while still processing. Most workplaces don't pause for processing because you're expected to feel your feelings, but quietly. Be resilient quickly, adapt immediately, and still deliver results. And from an HR perspective, I can tell you that when people are emotionally overloaded, that productivity drops, not because they don't care, but because their capacity is maxed out. And that's not weakness, that's biology. Now, if you're feeling more tired than usual, more irritated than normal, and less motivated, that doesn't mean you're lazy. It does not mean you're ungrateful. It does not mean that you're failing. It means your nervous system has been in the own mode for too long. And no one, and I mean no one, can sustain that forever. So when I talk about self-care at work, I'm not always talking about candles or meditation rooms. It's not pretending everything is fine. And it's definitely not another thing that you have to be perfect at. So if work feels heavier right now, I want you to know that you're not behind. You're not weak. You're not failing. You are navigating a lot and doing the best you can with what you have. And that is enough. I'm Belinda Harris. This is a safe space for stressed out workers. And I'll see you on the next video.